Alright, well, it's still winter in Michigan, so can't work on that yet. It's too cold to fix that trailer up. It needs to hurry up and be spring. Alright. Can't work on that. Still getting parts for that. I need to finish up that sometime. These will come later, so I can't do anything with them yet. I guess we'll tear down another engine. Is that a strange size?
They're all fractions, which means I have to do math. I guess that makes it better somehow?
No.
They're all numbers to me. I don't know.
Alright, yeah, so for fun today on the channel, we're going to be tearing down this Pontiac 400 that I picked up.
I forgot to put this back on my truck.
You can do that later. It's too cold for that.
It is way too... It's too cold for this, too, but we're going to be doing it.
We're doing it. Anyway, Pontiac 400. Alright, so here's the number that you Pontiac guys care about. These are number 15 heads, so they're meh, good, okay, I guess. We'll know more once we get them off. They're not the low compression heads, so that's good. 9790071 block casting number. So this is a good block.
So you guys might recognize this. This is what I was trying to get to work on my Mustang. What size? What is this? Like a 750? It's too big for my Mustang. This is a 400. It's much bigger than that little 302 that I had this on. It also is sitting on top of an Edelbrock Performer RPM manifold.
Yeah, so this is the Performer RPM. This is the one supposed to be as good or maybe a little better than the factory one. Notice I just picked it up right off the engine. That's because when I picked up this engine up, it didn't have either of these with it. I bought these later, or he bought that one.
Billy's been collecting parts.
Yeah, when I picked this engine up, it didn't have these valve covers either.
They're pretty neat.
Yeah.
We're not keeping them white though.
No, they're gonna get repainted.
I thought this was cool. They put a breather on each side. Back then, who cares about PCV, right?
So the guy I bought this from, when I picked it up, he gave me the whole boomer car guy talk about, oh, I had this rebuilt 30 years ago. It'd light up the tires in second gear and pop a Coke can with it. He said all the things.
Jump over a Coke can.
I think he said he had it like in a 78 Firebird or something. Take this off. Definitely hasn't had any oil in it in a while. Yeah, I think the guy said that too. Yeah, so the guy said he had it rebuilt and then it like sat in his garage for 30 years.
It does appear to have some aftermarket spring.
Yeah, like this is the factory spring caps. The factory ones like came like halfway down.
Yeah, these are aluminum. You can tell they're anodized. Mm-hmm. So that might mean that this has a little bit of sauce done to it. Let's see if she turns over.
Oh yeah.
7/8? Nope. Probably a 15/16. Is 24 the magic number? Yes, it is. It turns. Oh, it turned.
Yeah, this thing's moving. That's a good sign. Cool. Alright, let's get the valley pan off.
Oh, that's a PCV valve. Neat. Definitely don't inhale through that. Alright. See what's going on in there. Take you guys in.
Oh, that's maybe bad. Yeah, so it needs a new lifter. Oh, it's just like a retaining thing. Like it should be sitting down in there, but
that's not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll probably want to get some fresh ones anyway.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, other than that,
really
not that bad in there. I like that you can see more of this cam. You can tell it's definitely going to get plenty of oil, unlike the freaking Hemis.
Oh, come over here. This looks weird. It's almost like there's a... It's like hole right here in the casting. I don't know if that's factory or someone did that.
Like something... I don't know.
I'm going to break all these loose so I can pull the push rods out. Alright, this is weird. So, head bolts are a 3/4 inch socket. That goes on just fine. But, the head casting is in the way, so I can't get on these outer 2 bolts. We have to use a non-impact one, thinner wall. That's weird. So Pontiacs are weird in that all of their engine blocks are the same outside dimension. They just changed the bore and the stroke on them. So there's technically no such thing as a Pontiac big block or small block. It's all the same. There are some differences when you get to like the 421, 428, and 455. Those have different size main bearings. Main bearings. Yeah, like, wow, that's a long bolt. Yeah, these all have like a little extra stud part on them. And coarse thread again. Alright, let's see if there's any cool surprises underneath this head. Alright, couple things. Let's go over the head first. So, these are the small valves. It is the high compression chamber because like the spark plug is basically all the way up against the chamber wall. But these are the smaller valves. So that's like a 196 valve, and that's like a 166 valve, I think.
They put the spark plug right by the intake valve.
Yep.
Interesting.
So on the big valves, this is like a 211 valve, and that's a 177 valve. So these are the small ones.
The smaller one is 196 and 166.
Yeah, because there's almost no gap on the big valve heads. You can barely get a fingernail through there. Huh. So but these are high compression. These are okay for like a mild build, whatever. These would be fine. So these are probably like, I think it's just 72 cc's or 72, 75 cc chambers. But let's go to the block. And 40 over.
Again?
Yes.
Dog. This is the second one of these we've torn apart. What was the other thing?
That was a 30 over. That was the 360, Dodge 360.
That was a Dodge. This one's also 40 over. Here, you guys look. If you look right there, 0.040 on the piston.
Nice.
And it's cool because they're fly cut too, which makes me think they might be higher compression or something. But they're definitely 40 overs.
If this was like rebuilt and not run, I can probably use these pistons again then.
I mean, I would send it at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe the old man was a little bit right on this.
I'm gonna get different heads. I want the screw and stud heads, but
yeah. Neat.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the other side. See if it's all broken.
I like that it still has a dipstick. Yeah, she's a little low in oil.
Yeah. Watch out for this leg. We'll try to kill you.
Oh, gasket wanted to come with me.
Okay, so let's see. This one was significantly more dirty. Man, this was before they had MLS head gaskets. It was like that soft metal, what was it, multi-layer steel. Yeah, so there's definitely some dead spiders and stuff in here. A whole lot of dirt. But once again,
I can still see all the cross hatching on it.
Yeah, this was probably freshly machined.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing on this one, on these ones, it's not a perfect circle at the top.
Yeah, so they cut them here on the sides for the bigger valves.
They cut for the valves.
There's like 2 different brand lifters in here.
Really?
Yeah, so there's some that have like the little bars that go. I can't see on this. So not on that side, on this side. So there's some that have like this retaining washer. That's the one that popped out of that one. But then there's some that have these like the 2 bars going across.
Wait, what the hell? No, you're right. There are 2 different styles. Looks like they've replaced this one, and that one with that style. And I think what's on that side? Is it Is it the one with the bars or the one?
The one with this clip thing.
Okay, so it looks like they've replaced 3 of these. And this one needed to be replaced, but it wasn't, and that's why it broke. Because all that is, that's your hydraulic lifter. This is the lash adjustment. Obviously this thing's sticking out because there's a spring down in there. And this is what was supposed to be holding it, but you can tell it's bent. So it just popped out of there. So
these come out nice and easy.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like they replaced with some newer style lifters on 1.5 cylinders. So not bad, but definitely signs that this has been gone through before.
I wonder if this design is more prone to problems or something.
It has to be. And those, I'd be willing to bet those are older.
Yeah.
Because this style is what I had on my Charger. That's what almost all of the new lifters, whatever this style of retainer is, that's what everything is now. You guys probably couldn't see any of that because it was focusing on the frickin' head.
2 different styles.
Yep, you can really see on this cylinder because there's one of each. Oh yeah, well, that's the engine. Let's. I'm really curious what cam it's got in it.
Yeah, we gotta get the timing cover off and get the cam out. This timing cover I don't care about because this is still an 8-bolt water pump. I want to get the 11-bolt water pump timing cover.
Oh, there's like a new. Is it?
It's got
newer or something.
Yeah, apparently it's a better pump, and the way that it mounts up, like there's some tubes that go into the block or something that are better on the 11-bolt one.
Huh. Where'd you find out about that? Just forums or something?
Yeah, and Pole Barn and Junkyard Digs. They talked about that.
Nice.
All right. Washer. Another washer.
Wow, that's way less terrible than I expected.
Yeah, so the difference when you get the other water pump is like this entranceway is different. It's like bigger, and then when you get the that's the old gasket.
What is that? A block off thing?
Yeah, there's a backing plate. Just that.
What the hell?
Yeah. So this side on the 11-bolt pumps looks like this side, and there's like replaceable rubber grommets or something you can put in there. And it still has a backing plate, but this is, crusty.
That's really weird that they do it like that.
It's probably a pretty nice pump, and it's cast iron impeller. I'm not using it. But this is what, in one of Pole Barn's videos, he had a problem with the impeller was like pushed too far down the shaft, so it wasn't getting enough flow.
Oh,
because it needs to be a certain different. Yeah,
it's got to be a certain distance from the backing plate that's in there.
Apparently, the backing plate is 2 pieces.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be a certain distance from the backing plate to work properly.
Oh, wow.
Hey, fine thread! We finally found where they use fine thread on these.
They didn't use it on the heads, but they used it on the crank pulley, that's for sure.
Now, what I've heard is that these slide off. They're not press-ons. Well, let's get it. Yeah, there we go. It came.
Yep. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
If only all the other Chevy
and everyone else would do that.
Chevy family of engines would do that. It is
keyed. That's nice.
Cool.
Balancer doesn't look too old.
Look at this. They gave us numbers. I like that. Wow.
This is the one that everyone worries about. Like that one, which I didn't even have.
Oh,
I need to get that bolt.
Because it's going through
into a water jacket. Alright.
Well, luckily this one was rebuilt by that old man.
Cool.
Yeah, those are probably like horrible on cars that have literally sat, but this engine being built and then it's just slapped back together and not used, this makes it easy for us.
Alright.
Oh, the water pump, the timing cover is the back to the water pump. That's cool. I've got plenty of slop. Looks like they just reused it when they rebuilt it.
Yeah.
That thing's loose too.
I don't know if this is like the factory width timing chain. It's not like a true double roller, but it's almost double roller width.
It's like extra wide.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe that's what they come with, or maybe that's something aftermarket. But either way, pretty cool. Yeah, I'd never seen this before. The roller for the fuel pump. That's awesome. I don't think they all like that. I think some companies don't do that.
Yeah, I think the big block Fords do that too. Not sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna save both of those. There we go.
I'm gonna walk it off with your hand. Okay. Sweet. So it's keyed on the bottom.
Make sure we don't.
Is the top keyed at all?
Yep.
Oh. Alright, now we just gotta take those two bolts out, and then we should be able to yank that cam out of there and see what cam it is. Hopefully it's a big one.
What do they call it? 3/4 race cam?
3/4 race cam.
Someday I need to look up what that actually means. Like why people say that. Okay. There's some rust on one.
What's it say on the other end? Oh wait, it doesn't.
This is a crane cam.
What?
Crane H3112.
Oh, let me see that. Tilt the back of it down. There you go. Yep. Crane. Sweet. Let's look up that bad boy. Might have just made our money back on this one, Billy. So from forums, ChevyTalk.org or whatever, it says the Crane H-302 and H-312 hydraulic lifter grinds from the 1960s were intended for street performance applications, with the H-312 advised for higher compression, manual transmission, numerically high rear end ratio applications, usually needing about 3,600 to 4,000 RPM to get into the torque range. Thank you, random person from 2012 posting about this cam on ChevyTalk.org. So it's a cam from the 60s, Billy.
Wow.
So you might want to still consider getting something more modern.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's been 60 years.
Yeah.
So
now, this is something else the guy was bragging about. He said it's got like a 8-quart oil pan.
oh,
This is weird. It's
wow.
got like a plate that bolts on here. And it's just like there's like a gasket.
That's cool.
Like it's been welded.
It's a welded sheet metal, so it looks like somebody modified a standard oil pan.
Yeah.
For extra capacity. So that's cool. That's the cool thing about when everything was made out of steel.
Look at how beat up this thing is.
Oh yeah.
Most of the oil pan bolts are missing, so this will be quick. Both of the back ones. So I'm at 4 oil pan bolts.
Wow.
Out of like 12. Okay.
Interesting. Oh, cool. It's still got the windage tray.
Oh, that is
cool. It's
sludge.
actually got a windage tray. Hold on, let me see that.
It's not sparkly, but it's sludge.
Oh. Nasty.
I feel like if I were to reuse this oil pan, I would just weld the bottom to it. I don't trust a gasket thing.
No, it'll be fine.
I didn't even know these had windage trays.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, man, back then I didn't even think they used those. Looks like they used dowels instead of 4-bolt mains. Looks like they're 2-bolt mains. They've got dowels on the side.
Some of the blocks did come with holes drilled for 4 bolts that you could get. Like these 3 main caps could come with 4 bolts. You could get them, or in some versions, maybe like the Ram Air 4 or one of those things. Or you can buy the main caps that have the 4 bolts. You can drill them, or you can use them in a block that already has the holes drilled.
Interesting.
Then you have to get all like line bored or line honed.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Probably not put 4 bolts
Put
in
it
it.
back together the way it is.
Yeah, with some different heads.
That's what we do around here.
I mean, that's still usable.
Is this the dipstick?
Yeah, it's a dipstick tube. It's just held in place by the windage tray.
Wow.
That's cool.
Wait, so there's one. Okay, so there's a bottom half and a top half.
Yep.
Does the other dipstick?
That's pressed in.
That's pressed in.
Huh. This is weird.
Very strange.
There's an interesting smell coming off of this engine.
Yeah. You sure that's not me?
I'm sure. Alright, these pistons have been, or the rods have been numbered. It's kind of throwing me off because it's GM numbering style, not Ford numbering style. So it's like 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, so yeah.
That actually makes it really easy.
I guess we'll start with number 8. Oh, there we go. Oh, these bearings are worn. Not bad, but they are worn. You can see it's already starting to go through like the top layer of the material.
Well, that's the good thing about bearings is that they're
soft.
They're meant to wear.
So on all of these, the numbers and on the caps and the rods line up. So that's how you keep them oriented. Okay. Another bearing. Oh, that was getting down to the copper.
Oh wow. Yep.
Big.
Really big.
I don't see any brand markings on it. So these are floating connecting wrist pins.
Oh, they don't have pins. They're pressed.
Or clips, yeah. You know, whenever I could rebuild this, I need to measure like the rods, journals on the crank. I know what some people will do is they'll take these and they'll grind down the crank a little bit and then they'll use small block Chevy rods.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Everything's looking super clean in here, honestly.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that guy had this engine like built and reused those bearings. I feel like he might have had it built and then driven it for like a long time and then pulled it out and put it on a stand, because those bearings were starting to go through the coating. They were into the copper,
and the timing chain was loose.
Yeah, the timing chain was horribly sloppy. This will make a fun little engine to put in something someday.
I think it might be that
they're cast aluminum.
They're either cast or they're that's like called like hyper-ratic or whatever.
Hyper-eutectic?
Yeah.
Because there's casting flash.
Yeah. The only part number we see on the pistons is 167322.
167032.
Yeah.
Well, been there forever.
Yep.
Well, Billy has paused. I think I broke him.
There was no oil pump. It should have been right here.
Was there no pickup tube?
Nope.
What the hell? You do make a fantastic point. Hold on, I want to see just the face of a man who's been like, what? You're too happy. You should be dejected. An oil pickup.
I think there's supposed to be a drive shaft coming out of here for the oil pump, or
they probably kept it. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's kept off.
they probably the pump might have been like more valuable to them or something.
Yeah, or they used it for something else.
Okay, so no, so that's the pickup. Yeah, here's the hole where like the drive shaft for the oil pump would have been. That goes right to where the gear on the cam would have been.
Yeah, they definitely. You definitely need to get an oil pump.
Yeah.
I hope we got on camera just the really weird pause where your brain was like, wait. I
had to think for a second.
Something's not right.
It's out.
You're not using that, are you?
Probably not.
Good, because it's all covered in... Wait, what the...
What? A ring.
Oh, that came out of this.
Whoa.
Oh, holy shit. This ringland was broken.
Huh.
Wow. Have we even checked any of the other ones?
I think they all look fine.
That did not happen just now, because there's part of it is missing. Let me show you guys.
There's the ring chunk.
This ringland is just it's just missing a big huge chunk from here. Like the piston broke, and then when we dropped that right there, the part of the ring that was also broken that matches it broke out. So it was broken here all the way around. Okay. Yep, this piston, there's a crack right there. Yeah, that's done. Well, I guess we're not using those pistons.
Yeah, there's like just some little scuff marks. I can't even. Yeah. I can't even feel that.
No. Yeah, they definitely shut it off as soon as whatever, because there's still crosshatch other than those marks.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Well, that's good. At least the block's still good and didn't mess anything up. Alright, now I'll give everybody your happiest face and a thumbs up.
We got 3 more things to take out.
Oh.
Every time we find a little bit of carnage in these engines.
Every single time we find just a tiny little bit of carnage. I have so much hope for that little guy over there, but we already know he's messed up too, so dang it, Billy. No wonder you keep getting such good deals on all this stuff. It's all busted.
This piece right here.
Oh, nope, that's from something. Wait.
Oh, that's the ringland.
Yeah, that's the ringland.
Yeah.
That's crazy how that broke. So Billy found the piece of the broken ringland. This is the ringland. I know it looks like a very thick piece of ring, but this is actually the ringland that the ring sits against. So
at least we know where it went.
Yeah, I was worried that they had taken it out and then put everything back together or something. It's always nice to find where the thing went. And yeah, I think that the big issue here is that those pistons are cast aluminum. I don't think they're in any way like good pistons. I think they're like the cheapo.
Because there's no brand markings on them at all.
No. So once again, this is another reason why if you buy an engine like on Marketplace or something, you don't just slap it in there and go. You do your best to take it apart, check everything, look in the bottom of the oil pan.
I just noticed something on these pistons. So the oil ring, there's this gap between the skirt and the top of the piston where the oil ring like I guess scrapes the oil into. I saw that it's on the 460 pistons also, but I haven't seen that like on modern pistons. So on the oil ring, there's a gap in between the crown of the piston and the skirt.
Dude, I would never use pistons like this. These are terrible.
I don't care about you. Yeah, so like just right there, it goes through.
Oh my god! No wonder it sheared off.
Wait, that's been cut.
I'm so
maybe
confused. Let me.
Because there's a rough edge here.
Oh shit!
Like unless the factory tooling was just crappy when they would do that.
Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah, that's not even a straight cut. Either somebody cut it like that, or
I'm gonna get one of the 460 pistons.
dude, what the hell?
But I mean, it's got the same same rough cut.
It's really, what the hell?
Is that factory, or is this something that like 2 people happen to do?
It's probably rough because
it doesn't matter.
Because that.
See, that's what I'm expecting, like a normal, like a hole.
Well, usually in the newer pistons, if they do put holes there, like they'll do holes.
It's lots of little holes. Yeah. Like, that's weird.
That is really rough. What the hell? Well, I'm glad we don't do that with engines anymore.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Do you really need to take the crank out of it?
Be nice to see what it looks like. You're not the right size, are you? Whoa!
What? Oh, they're different
One
sizes?
was loose. No.
Oh, jeez.
These are not torqued.
No, I'm guessing they had to take that crank out to get that oil pump out.
Yeah.
That's cool. They offset the dowels so you can't put this on backwards. Looks like they've got, this one is obviously going here. That's the one with the actual numbers on it.
2, 3,
this
4.
This is 2, this says 3, this says 4, and then that one's obviously going there. So
Yep.
that's one thing I'm liking about this. Is Pontiac clearly made it so you really can't.
Goodbye.
You really can't screw these things up as far as putting them together wrong unless you're really trying.
It's just worn. So apparently on the 400s and smaller, they had 3 1/4 inch main bearings or main journals. For the 421s and above, they had 3 1/2 or 3 3/4 main journals. Or so that was like there is one like strong designed like cut like a line between like there's this. They don't have big and small block, but they got like small journal and big journal.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the thickness of the journal?
Yeah,
like
so this thing right here.
It?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The diameter of this.
So like of the thing that you're holding, how wide
of
it
this
is?
thing. The
Hold on.
crank, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the width. Yeah, so all the main journals on the crank. Oh, there's our thrust one, which is down to the copper.
Yep.
So there is a difference in cranks, and there was a year where they switched from something they called like Arma steel or something to a cast crank. I'll have to look into more on how to tell it apart. I don't know if these numbers are meaningful.
It's only I don't see any.
Oh wait, here
part numbers.
There's the thin parting line. So this is a cast one.
Yeah, that's right. It's cast if it's got that.
Okay.
Drop something.
And then where did I put there's flashlight? So starting in I think it's the end of 75, they came out with a revision to the 400 block, and the block casting number ends in 557. And for those, they did something with the mains, or they made them like underneath the bearing, they made it thinner. So there's like this webbing here gets thinner, and that was to reduce weight. And they're supposedly a weaker block, and people don't like them. There's a lot of like rough casting flash in this.
Oh, well, it's an old cast iron block. They all got that.
But no, so this is a, whatever casting number I said it was, so it's not like the thin webbed ones, which, I don't know if you can get any thinner.
That's good, though.
Yeah, and we'll flip her over, and, oh, this has got the old style rope main seal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
What?
It's rope. That's like braided material.
It looks like an old V-belt.
Yeah, they like I guess it swells up with oil or something and seals.
It looks like it is an old V-belt. It's literally shaped like one. Yeah, Billy was noticing when we were down there, and you could see the bearings for the cam. They're pretty chewed up, so we're definitely gonna have to replace those too when we get there.
Still see the cross hatching in them, and they've got some like scuff marks on some sides, but it's nothing that like I can't even feel it.
So this one that he's got the light in is the one that had the cracked or the broken ringland. You can see that tiny bit of scratching, but we can't even feel that. That's not catching a finger. So This will just get a quick hone, and it should be good.
The only part that concerns me is why there's a hole up here. I may just come in with like a burr bit and kind of make sure that there's no like cracks forming anywhere.
Yeah, that looks like it was definitely just some casting issue.
Yeah.
And it definitely fell out either on the factory line and they might have cleaned it up, or it just fell out and it. I mean,
whatever this is, this is not thick. Whatever this section
that's
is.
That's definitely part of the way it was casted. It's such a thin piece of metal right there.
Cool.
All right. Well, great success. Yet another engine teardown in the books.
With some surprises in it.
Yeah. There's always surprises. And we like surprises.
It's content.
It is fun. It's fun too. Billy, what's next?
That one.
You're next.
And that's a special one.
Yes.
There's like 2 videos on YouTube of that.
Hell yeah. Well, there's about to be 3.
Yes.
Okay. So, what do we say? Thanks for watching. And
yeah, that.
We'll
see you next time
on Randy Billy Garage. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.